Recording.
Hey, yo. Check it.
Welcome back, hero.
My word is my sword, Hokage and Batosai, pulling the blades out of the forge, yo. Prior to my knowledge of the Force, was sticking Jedi, but through obtaining holocrons from both sides, I'm under gray skies. Everything that glitter ain't kyber crystal, my mind to lift you. In this time we shine together, disarm your pistol, yo. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash.
Hey yo, SwordCast. Episode
86?
Yeah.
Episode 86. Episode Jake Reed, former Minnesota Vikings receiver. He was kind of the third wheel in the Moss Carter days. Shout out to Jake Reed.
I got nothing.
I'm sure some guard on the Celtics was number 86 because all their numbers are retired.
What about like Andre Johnson, one of those guys, or maybe it was
Don't think so.
So I feel like it was somebody like a Bengal receiver who was 86.
You might be on to something, actually.
What was Marvin, the guy who plays for the Lions now? What was his number before he came to the Lions?
Marvin Williams.
No, is that his last name?
Oh, no. Marvin Jones.
Marvin Jones. What was his number before he came to the Lions?
I don't know. Could be number 6, or 86, but I don't know.
I think he's like 15 or something now, or 11. I don't know. Lions suck. Who cares?
Oh, wow.
Although I might be one of those. Okay, I know you don't give a fuck about the Lions, but like, is it possible that the Lions?
But I am an honorary Pistons fan now.
Fair enough. Is it possible that the Lions might be secretly better than they were last year?
Yes, because I think they had a really good draft.
I agree. They did have a great draft.
Oh, Hines Ward was number 86. He was one of the all-time great receivers for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Marvin Jones was 82. So
no.
Yeah, I think that the Lions are gonna be. We ain't got our receiver core is the worst in the league.
Well, yeah. Is Kenny Galladay gone?
Yeah, he gone.
He gone.
And he should be. Go get your money, bro. Don't play for this weak-ass team. What are you, crazy?
He should be. All right, man. Boom. That does it for the sports section of the SwordCast. Or does it? Yeah, I think so. All right, man. What are you into currently, my friend?
All right, dog. I just completed my first playthrough. The first of potentially 3. No, I'm not going to do 3. I'm going to do 2 full playthroughs of the Mass Effect trilogy.
Oh,
so that's like me playing all 3 games again.
Holy crap.
So, but the second time will be much quicker. Like I played, I think I'm like halfway through the second game and I've only been playing it for a day because I've just been fast forwarding through all the cutscenes.
Cutscene skipper, are you?
Well, only because I literally just finished it like on Sunday.
I feel you, man.
And it took me a week to play Mass Effect 3. So the last time I played Mass Effect 2, actually I lied. Let me not get caught up in a lie here. I'm not gonna play Mass Effect 1. You
turned her against me.
Right. I'm not gonna play Mass Effect 1 again. Just because, like, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Mass Effect 1 hasn't aged well. The Mass Effects 2 and 3 are phenomenal, but Mass Effect 1 didn't age well because just like you could tell that they had a really good idea, like the narrative, all of that shit is fine, but the actual gameplay, like the shooting mechanics, were actually kind of garbage in that first game. And the reason why I want to play it again is because, and this is only going to be relevant for niggas who fuck with Mass Effect, right? Because one of the biggest parts about Mass Effect is the narrative. And Mass Effect was one of the first games that introduced like a romance piece, right? Where you can like, of your squad mates, you can like pick a person to romance for each of the games. And It was super, like, back in 2007, they were super inclusive with like LGBTQIA stuff, which is dope. But so I picked for Mass Effects 2 and 3, I picked Tali, who is the Quarian, and I know this is just nonsense for you.
I am not a Mass Effect player, so I actually have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, she's okay. So basically, she's an alien whose race created an AI 300 years ago, and it kicked them off, and that AI kicked them off their planet. So they've just been like a migrant fleet for the past 300 years. And the fact that they don't have a planet anymore fucked up their immune system, so they have to wear these environmental suits to keep themselves healthy. So you don't get to see her face, but like if you romance her at the end, you can see that like they look like people, but you know, they just, I don't know, they look like regular human beings, but they just are fucking alien. Whatever, not the point. So now when there's a new Mass Effect coming out next year, or I don't know if it's coming out next year. It's coming out at some point for next gen, and Liara, who is one of the other romance options, is like present in the trailer or the teaser. So now this is how ridiculous my headcanon is. I want to play a second. I want to play a second playthrough where Liara is the main romance person, so that if there's a possibility that your character survives in Mass Effect 4, there's continuity there. That's the entire reason why I'm doing this. This is such a small, like, fucking
yoga. Hey, well, actually.
But those of us. But look, bro, I know this sound crazy for y'all niggas who don't play Mass Effect, but for my Mass Effect homies, y'all know like how a decision like that can influence you. You know what? I might play the whole series again just so I can make a different decision. But it's really dope though, man. Like the level of like conversation, like the level of dialogue options in Mass Effect is unmatched by any game I've ever seen, just because there's so many different choices, and the choices really do be having an effect. Like, I mean, there's shit you do in the first game where if you ain't say the right thing to the right motherfucker, by the time Mass Effect 3 come around, they'll be mad at you still and like fuck your whole shit up. It's pretty cool.
Dang.
They kind of fumbled the ending a little bit, but it's pretty cool. So that's what I've been doing. I'm gonna be on Mass Effect for like the next month probably. And then the next thing on my agenda though is Ratchet and Clank. That shit looks incredible.
It does, man. Who posted that in the Discord? Rails, I think, is playing it. He's the person that posted it first, I think.
Yeah.
I heard that. Well, I know a lot of people were kind of like, okay, like, is this an actual PS5 game or is this? And from what I've seen, that shit is glorious, bro. It's a PS5 game.
Shout out to my homie LO5 Carlos Garcia from Celsius Electronics. His partner is a lead game designer for Ratchet and Clank.
That is amazing.
And she is one of the only black lead developers in all of like video game world, which is like super dope. So shout out to Lo, shout out to your partner, and y'all go support Ratchet and Clank, man. That's like a family. That's an automatic day one purchase, like where you got, you know, your family members help produce that shit. So y'all support that shit.
Fire. Yeah, man. Y'all know me. You already know what I'm into. Come on now.
Pokemon. That's that. You remember that?
Yeah.
You remember that jazz?
That. Yeah, I love that. That was actually awesome when you showed me that.
That shit was fire.
Yeah, we should play that at the end of the podcast.
Boom.
But yeah, you know me. I'm into Pokemon. I can't stop playing the Gen 3 games, man. Like, that's my problem. I keep going back and playing them. I was supposed to... So, I played Emerald, which is my all-time favorite. That's the one I recently played. Then I went back and I played Alpha Sapphire, another Gen 3, Gen 3 remake. And then... I was about to get on the Soul Silver again, but then I ended up scoring a copy of Leaf Green, which is Gen 1, but it's like the
Gen 3 engine.
Yeah, it's the Gen 3 engine of the Game Boy Advance style. So just amazing. Kanto Gen 3 engine, so good, man. So I'm playing that one now, and hopefully after I beat Leafy Green, I will actually go back and finish Soul Silver, and then I'm gonna play. Then I want to play Pearl before the remake comes out. So
strong.
I'm on that, and then yeah, man. I'm doing the basketball camp right now. I always do it in the summer. It's fun. My daughter went for the first time. I was like spying on her to make sure she was, doing all right, having a good time. So yeah, man. Today was kind of a long day.
Yeah, man. Y'all don't know this, but it's actually 10:36 on Monday night.
On Monday night.
So some of y'all niggas about to watch this podcast in like an hour.
And
it ain't gonna be there, I assure you. It might not be a long night. I finally got it situated so like it's automated.
Right.
So like I'm gonna just put it to you like this. If it wasn't there at 1 o'clock in the morning, because I will have been asleep by then. Right. I'm gonna be sleeping about an hour, I assure you. But I've set it up so that it should just pop right on there. And if it's not on there, that means something went wrong and the nigga was asleep.
And somebody was asleep.
And I didn't wake up to fix it. And I won't. So it's either gonna drop at like 1 in the morning or it's gonna drop at like 8 in the morning.
Or it's not.
Yeah, one or the other.
But yeah, bro. Also, man, yeah, we finally got back.
Yes.
Me and Hero, man, rocked our first show in like almost 2 years in Grand Rapids. It was cool. Shout out to Michigan House for having us. Yeah, man, a little bit of normalcy in the mix.
Absolutely.
That was fantastic. But yeah, bro, quick wrestling recap. We already know that Shingo is the champ. We talked about that. That was awesome. But last night, of course, NXT in your house pay-per-view. I checked it out. I know you didn't watch it. My homie One Below, man, he's actually a super legendary MC, man. I know some of you guys are familiar with Binary Star. One Below was in Binary Star. He had kind of a event. What was that? Saturday? On Saturday.
Yep.
He asked me and Hero to come, rock a couple joints for him. So definitely a lot of respect for him. So we went, did that. It was dope, man. It was just dope to be around hip hop again, man. Saw a lot of people that from around the area that are really dope, man. Apollo Brown, Buff One, Mike Phillips, Finale. There was a lot of dope cats there. So that was really cool, man. Finale. Man,
super
a lot of
dope.
You guys don't know about Finale, but if you guys are listening to the podcast, look up this project by this rapper named Finale from Detroit, and the name of the project is Pipe Dream and a Promise. It's old, it's really dope, and when I discovered it, I have a crazy story about that. Like, I was listening to this project, had no idea who this dude was. This was years ago when my group was like first starting to do some stuff, and then we ended up doing a show at this spot called Bob Classic Kicks. And shout out to Chief and McFly, legendary painter from Detroit. But we went to do the show at Bob's Classic Kicks, man. And then the sound system went out after we performed, and the headliner was supposed to be Finale. And Finale gets there, and the sound system's blown. And
most appropriate explosion ever.
Right. And I'm like, yo, Finale, where do I know that name from, And I'm like, yo, this is the dude that made that project I've been listening to, all month. And yo, this dude does his entire set a cappella with no beats because the sound system blew.
Let's go.
And it was like one of the most impressive things I've ever seen. So shout out to Finale.
He's just a consummate professional rapper.
He is.
You know what I'm saying?
He is, man. That's a great way to describe him. Finale's also on something that we did.
Yeah. Maybe. Something like that.
I don't know, something like that.
All right, one last Finale point. I know, okay, niggas, don't get crazy, because I'm going to make a comparison. A lot of you people are going to be like, oh, you can think whatever you want. Finale reminds me a lot of Black Thought.
Oh, 100%. Not even just almost from a personality standpoint,
yes.
too.
Yes.
Yeah,
and he's not
the consistency,
right? And I mean, Black Thought, great MC. Everybody says the whole, is he the most underrated? Like, bro, everybody knows he's awesome. Like, he's not underrated. He is he is appropriately rated.
And that's how Finale is here. Like,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody who knows him, we don't underrate him. Like, we know he's like
Finale
an all-time great.
You know
what I'm saying?
He's right up there with a guy like with Elzai,
Royce.
You know what I'm saying? Royce, like in terms of top lyricists
from Detroit,
100%. He's definitely in there. And I would also put our boy Noveliss in that conversation as well.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
Good rapper, that guy. I don't know if you ever heard of him. He rap pretty well.
Thanks, man. So yeah, man, you guys need to check out Finale, man. Really, really, really dope guy from Detroit, man. But yeah, bro, back to wrestling. So yeah, they had the little 6-man match for the titles. It was dope. It was MSK and Bronson Reed versus Legado del Fantasma and Santos Escobar. I love him. I think he's a star, man. Santos Escobar. I think he's gonna do some big things if he hangs around longer. He's really dope, man.
Don't let him go to the main roster.
Don't let him go to the main roster, because once Vince gets his
no, that's it. That'll just be it.
And that's it.
No.
Hey, no. But yeah, man, that match was cool. What else? We had Xia Li versus Mercedes Martinez. I like Xia Li. I think her gimmick is awesome. I think her entrance is awesome. I really want her to just I just want her to be. She's obviously really skilled, but I just think she's missing a little bit of in the ring stuff.
Who is this person again?
Xia Li. She's the Chinese martial artist girl, and she's got the sweet gimmick with like the crazy person that. She's really dope though, and I'm just hoping that she can put it together, man, and do some big things with NXT.
She's got like the Ling Xiao Yul intro, doesn't she?
Yeah, it's really, really
I remember
dope.
that.
And then we got what else happened? Then Ember Moon versus Raquel Gonzalez. I'll say it. I don't think Io Shirai should have ever lost the title. I don't think Raquel Gonzalez is bad, but I just think
she's the champ right now.
Yeah, she is, and I'm never a fan of like ending somebody's title run just because they've been champion for a long time. I don't think that's a reason to end a title run. Like, you end the run when there's somebody else that's either ready for it, you know what I mean, or is hotter and it's time to make a change. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like she kind of dropped the title for no reason, and now it's just kind of underwhelming. But Ember Moon, she lost, but you already know Ember is one of the GOATs, man. She's so good, and this match proved that she still got it. So
just because I love Ember Moon so much, I kind of want to see her go. I don't care if it's AEW. I want to see her go somewhere where she could be the main woman for like some years. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't know if she's going to get that chance.
I think she will. I think they had to, because she almost had like a career-ending injury.
Facts.
So I think they're kind of test run right now, see how she does, but she's been really good. So
I hope she does. She deserves to be. She's the type of worker and has the type of like gimmick and appeal where she should be like the leading lady of a promotion for a while.
Sure. Agreed, bro. To this day, the greatest women's wrestling match I have ever seen: Ember Moon versus Asuka. Yep. I always credit that. I think it's the best women's match ever. I won in the takeovers. Don't remember which one. But, that match was cool. Then they had LA Knight versus Cameron Grimes for the $1 million title.
They brought the Ted DiBiase belt back?
They brought the belt back.
What?
That was cool. I think Cameron Grimes is hilarious.
It's funny.
And then, the main event. You already know I'm not a Karrion Kross fan. Just the whole, I'm crazy thing. All right. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa, I'm crazy. Fucking. Yeah. That shit they be doing.
Yeah, he's just, I just think he's really corny. And then it didn't help putting him in a match, like a fatal 5-way match with Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano, Kyle O'Reilly, and Pete Dunne. Like, you know what I'm saying? You put him in the ring with
a bunch of wrestlers,
a bunch of guys who can go. And he looked bad, man. Like, he looked really bad. I thought
he won.
Of course he won. He looked bad in this match. I thought he looked really bad. I thought he just didn't fit. I thought all the best moments in the match were when he was, like, out somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, that's that. Also, there's word that Samoa Joe is about to go back to NXT. So, hopefully he comes in and beats him and becomes champion. That would be dope.
I've also heard that Aleister Black is like almost a done deal that he's about to. Well, I shouldn't say that. That like everybody's thinking that he's going to sign with AEW.
That would be dope, man. Also, quick crying about WWE guys going to AEW. What do you think happened during the Monday Night Wars?
That's how wrestling works, bro. I mean, we already talked about it. That shit is so annoying.
We sure did.
Like, also, stop moving the goalpost on what you're hating on AEW for.
Mad about this now.
If you just bro, like just say you don't like the promotion, and we can just be. You know what? That's fine.
That's fine.
I'll stop wasting my time arguing with you. But if you want to have a legitimate debate, but you're just gonna keep like changing the math on it.
No,
bro, I ain't got time for that.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Not gonna be able to do it. Not gonna be able to do it.
Not gonna be able to do it. Yeah, man. Real quick, before we get into this next bit, so I saw something where they were talking about the Book of Boba Fett, which I'm like mad excited for. It's gonna be a new Star Wars show. Now, my man who plays Boba Fett was kind of like, yeah, you know, it's going to explore. The show's going to not necessarily take up where Mandalorian left off, but, you know, explore the time after Empire Strikes Back. And I don't know if he meant to say Return of the Jedi. You know what I'm saying? Or if he.
I mean, it could. Well, okay. Let's remember what happened. I think it would make more sense. Because after fucking Return of the Jedi, that nigga was in a Sarlacc pit. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but the 5 years after Return of the Jedi, 2 Mandalorian would make, I guess, more sense to me.
Well, or it could. Okay, no, I actually disagree. Here's what I think. If y'all niggas want to finally give Boba Fett his real flowers, like for real,
right,
then you need to show, because he was the #1 bounty hunter ass nigga.
So you need to,
between episode 5 and 6, go show him. Nigga, bounty hunting. You know what I'm saying?
Man, hit the amen.
You know what I'm saying? Wait, which one is I forgot?
I don't know.
Amen.
Yeah, amen.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the perfect opportunity to give him some of that mystique that he had in the comics.
I didn't think about it like that. I agree 100% though.
Right.
Yeah, like we need to see this guy be. I don't know if you guys have ever read like some of the Dark Horse,
bro.
Like EU Boba Fett stuff.
This nigga
was a goon,
bro. He's like, you can make an argument that he's like on par with Super Luke in terms of not in terms of power, but just in terms of like feats and just like,
and also the way they were portrayed.
Yeah, that nigga was the king of fucking Mandalore for a while.
Yeah, bro.
His
comic book stuff is off the chain. Yeah. So if you guys can get your hands on some of that old Boba Fett. Like comic book stuff, I would do it. But yeah, man, I agree. I think I do. I have to say that I would actually much rather see that.
Yeah.
So yeah, another news. We're old. Game Boy Advance. 20 years old.
Dog. They not Game Boy. Game Boy Advance.
Game Boy Advance. Yeah, not the original Game Boy, the one that came out when we were of appropriate age.
Right. Bro, the original Game Boy like 40 something now.
Yeah, dog. Game Boy Advance. 20.
Bro, I remember when Game Boy Advance came out, I thought that shit was like some next level shit.
Bro, like, come on, man. The backlight already.
Backlight, yep.
I think a lot of cats forget that the struggle, like, of playing Game Boy Color, because that was ours, right? Game Boy Color was our generation.
Yeah. Game Boy Pocket. I had the first one I had was a Game Boy Pocket, and then I got a Game Boy Color like right afterwards.
Yeah, and like the Game Boy Color, the lighting was terrible. We had to get the little lights.
Bro. Yep.
And you had to get the little light. And then you even still had to like turn it at a...
Bro, you know what I used to hate is on a road trip where you basically, you couldn't play the game unless you went under like you on a freeway and every 5 seconds you go under a light and you get you know what I'm saying?
Let me play for 2 seconds.
Right.
But yeah.
And you be in a dungeon or something where you need to know where the fuck to go.
Bro, it was rough.
Keep running into Zubats. God damn. That shit sucks just thinking about it.
And then along came the Game Boy Advance with the backlight technology. Man, so good.
I actually don't think the first version of it came with a backlight.
I thought it did.
I know that there is a version with a backlight, but I think
the SP definitely has one.
Yeah, the
long joint.
The naked one, the fucking vanilla day one Game Boy Advance. I don't think it had a backlight.
But Game Boy Advance, man, definitely changed the game. Like, if we're including like handheld systems in the top 5 like favorite game systems, Game Boy Advance would have to be in mine. I put a lot of hours in Game Boy Advance when I was growing up.
We handled that shit. We were both right. The original model does not have an illuminated screen.
Okay.
And the Nintendo addressed that with the release of the redesigned model with the front lit screen, the Game Boy Advance SP. Okay. I never had that one, actually. I had the struggle one.
I had both. I had the struggle one and the SP, man. The SP was amazing, especially the flip joint.
Strong.
I still have one now. And yeah, man, Game Boy Advance changed the game for sure. The updated look. Obviously, the Gen 3 Pokemon games, Emerald, Sapphire, Ruby, Leaf Green, Fire Red. So good. The Mega Man Zero games. Kirby, those hard games. Kirby, Nightmare, and Dreamland. That was my joint.
I remember that.
These are Game Boy Advances. When I finally got my hands on Earthbound and played it on the Game Boy Advance.
Did you play Earthbound 3 first?
The
one that's called Mother 3, the one with fucking
Lucas in it.
With Lucas,
no, I actually played I actually have a copy of Mother, and it's got 1 and 2 on it. I actually have not ever played the third one.
The one with Lucas.
The one with Lucas, yeah. I
don't actually think that's ever been released in America, bro. I don't think so.
Maybe not. I know they were supposed to do it on GameCube or Nintendo 64.
One of those.
Something happened and they didn't.
Bro, this is always so confusing to me. Okay, so Mother 1, I don't think that never came to America. No. It never came to Super Nintendo, because I think Mother 1 is the one that had the character called Ninten, right?
Yeah.
And then Mother 2 is the one that we all know. That's the one with Ness.
Ness.
And then Mother 3 is the one with Lucas. And these are all 3 different characters, right? The one that I haven't played Earthbound 3 or Mother 3, but I know the story. It's like a sort of a direct sequel because like Porky and them are involved.
Yeah,
I've obviously played the shit out of Earthbound 2, but I don't know shit about Earthbound 1. I played the shit out of Earthbound, which is Mother 2. But I don't know shit about Mother 1.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about that. So
Boom.
There it is.
Awesome game. Kirby Nightmare and Dreamland. That was another game that I loved to put a ton of hours in. I remember that commercial for some reason very, very vividly. I remember the little theme song for it. Nightmare and Dreamland.
Is that the one where that nigga was like... Was he like
singing like the 007 song?
Okay, for some reason I keep thinking of that Super Nintendo commercial where the security guard was like couldn't stop eating and he like exploded. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do remember that commercial.
That's funny.
I do remember. Was that a Sega commercial?
For some reason I thought it was Super Nintendo, but I don't know.
I think it was Sega because I think Sega was like taking shots at Nintendo.
Oh, like Kirby?
Yeah.
And that was, okay, you might be right.
Something like that.
Man, shout out to the 90s ridiculous commercial.
But yeah, man, Game Boy Advance, super, super dope. Very awesome. Definitely, I would definitely say it's one of the systems I put the most hours in, throughout my lifetime. What are some other dope games they had on there?
I basically only played Pokemon.
I really was just like I said, Pokemon, all the Pokemon games, and then and it was out at a time where I just understood like what I was doing, so it was cool to have that in high school and stuff, in middle school. So shout out to Game Boy Advance, man. Boom. All right, man. Everybody knows if you're a gamer, if you're a video game head, you've been following E3. E3's been going on for the last, week or so. So, I mean, yeah, man, E3 got some exciting news. Some things that were a little, but a lot of good, a lot of good too. So,
yeah, there were some things that stood out for me.
All right, man, let's hear them.
So Starfield, that was the first game that stood out for me.
Okay.
Starfield it's a Bethesda game, the first new Bethesda property in 25 years. So like since like Fallout, Skyrim, or Elder Scrolls, that is. That game is basically, they describe it as Elder Scrolls in space, and so you already know.
That sounds like directly.
Perfectly right aligned with the shit that I'm on.
Man.
So they announced Battlefield 2042. I don't really like shooting games like that, but it did look pretty impressive. In the random, I don't know if anybody ever asked for this game, but it actually looked pretty dope, man. So Ubisoft dropped a trailer for an Avatar game. And I don't mean Avatar The Last Airbender. I'm talking about Avatar the Blue Aliens.
Okay.
What's the matter?
I just, when we refer to Avatar, I like how you assumed that Avatar The Last Airbender was the one we all thought. That's how it's got to be. It's not. Look, when I hear Avatar, don't ever think of the blue people. Okay?
I think I might have told you this story off air, but the first time I saw the movie Avatar on Pandora, I, for some reason, didn't watch any trailers. I was on a date.
You were under the impression,
and I thought it was Avatar because the Last Airbender movie, which didn't exist.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Allegedly came out around the same time. And so I didn't watch any trailers. I was just kind of like, all right, whatever. Let's just go out and hang out on a Friday.
Right.
And it took me for like the first 30 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, I don't recognize none of these characters. Like, this a weird setup they doing here. I don't recognize. I don't see Aang. I don't see Appa. I don't see nothing. Like, what's happening here? And then I was like, oh, this must be a different movie. I can't explain to you why I didn't have that information, but I didn't, and I was really surprised. But anyway, the game actually looks pretty dope. It's a first-person game, and the graphics are pretty crazy. So there was a bunch of other shit.
So why don't we like trade? So there's one you're interested in. I'll say one I was interested in, and you say one. So I mean, yeah, this game. So how did you feel about the Avatar trailer though? Did it interest you, or do you just
Sure, I think so. I was impressed by the graphics. I was impressed by the fact that it was a first-person game. It looks like, I mean, it's a AAA game, and Ubisoft. I think Ubisoft is gonna has the potential to accidentally make the best game of all time at some point, accidentally, because they do this thing where like they all the games that they make have one thing that's like fantastic, that's like just perfect. They just nail it. And then they shit the bed on everything else. And one day they're going to trip and fall into like nailing everything and accidentally make a great game. So I mean, Ubisoft isn't my favorite. It's not my favorite company, but they do okay work. So like, if they're going to put some time and energy into it, I think it could be fine.
Right. Obviously, you already know the one that interested me big time. We talked about this game not too long ago. It was Sifu trailer, man. I really, really want to play this game. I think so. I know it's from a developer called Slow Clap, and what I understand is that they have made a game. I think a few years ago, and it was called Absolver or something.
Yeah.
And from what I know, that game has like a really, really cool fighting system. Yep. So
yeah, it does. It's okay. Dope.
I never played it.
I haven't played it either, but I've seen it's complicated as fuck. But it's one of those things where if you understand it, it's like brilliant. But if you don't, it's gonna frustrate you.
Right. So yeah, man. I think it looks fun, man. I'm going to check it out for sure, 100%. It's going to be a first day cop for me. I'm going to play it. But, come on, man. The number one game I'm most excited for, you already know.
Do I know? Actually, I'm not sure.
Trek to Yomi, man. Samurai.
Oh, yeah.
The side-scrolling, like Akira Kurosawa-looking dare I say, Ghost of Tsushima side scroller looking.
Yeah, that's the article that I showed you.
Yeah.
Like, that's how they described it. They described it as a 2D side-scrolling Ghost of Tsushima.
I watched this trailer like 60 times.
We were both skeptical at first, but when we watched it was like,
the way
yo,
they described it, I was
shit
like, what? Okay.
actually looks pretty fucking fire.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That's probably my most game that I'm looking forward to the most. What other things interested you?
You know, there wasn't one game on here where I was like, yo, this is like the shit that I'm gonna get the next gen system for necessarily. I think Far Cry 6 is gonna. I'm into the Far Cry games. I think that shit's gonna be dope. They always do a good job with storytelling. I'm not really big into Halo, but I think I've heard that people.
Me either, but I thought the Halo looked really dope, and Chris is.
Yeah, if Chris is excited about it, then
Chris loves Halo, man, and I told him that this game might. When the first Halo that came out, I played it a lot, and I actually liked it a lot. So this might actually get me back to playing it, man, because I thought the trailer looked awesome.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna get me back, but I do think that it looks good. And I'm happy for, like, the gaming is a better, it's like the Knicks or like the fucking Lakers, right? Like, the league is better when Halo, when the heavy hitters got good games out, then that's like good for video games in general. So let's talk about the obvious controversy, because I already know you're going to feel some type of way about this game. The Guardians of the Galaxy game, right? So, all right, okay, let's just get it out the way.
You already know what I'm going to say.
You are just completely off the discount actors. I get it. But here's the thing, bro. They can't afford, they don't have the rights. They just don't have the rights. Like, they can't. It's just against the law. It shit is, I mean, so do we have a bunch of fucked up laws that like make shit like this?
Yes.
Like, absolutely. But at the end of the day, bro, like.
But like, it doesn't bother me that they don't like look like the movie characters. That's not what bothers me. The thing that bothers me is that they be looking horrible.
I actually thought the graphics look amazing in this game.
I don't think the graphics are bad. I just be not liking the character designs.
Yeah, man. I posted about this.
Okay.
I have questions. I mean, you can't really make Groot or Rocket, although they did find a way to make that little Rocket neck beard thing look kind of stupid. But like, you can't really make Groot look that different than how he looks. But the two, like Drax, the design choices were questionable, to say the least.
Again, because the design choices on the Avengers game sucked.
Right. But what I was really impressed with was the actual graphics look amazing. It looks like a legit PS5 game. Oh, wait, I'm not done talking about the shit that I'm mad at. The thing that I was the most mad at was that they've turned Gamora into basically just a white woman with green paint on her face. Like, I couldn't get down with that. Like, she was clearly, like, the face model was clearly a white woman who they just painted her face green. And I was just kind of like, man, like, sure, Gamora is an alien for all you goddamn.
Hey, well, actually,
but like the version of the Gamora that most of humankind is familiar with is played by a black woman, Zoe Saldana. And yes, she is black. I don't want to hear it. She is a Afro-Latin woman. These women are black. The end.
Yep.
So when I see the remodel there, that actually bothered me the most. Star-Lord, he just looked like such a douchebag. Like, and I think that was on purpose. You know what I think the stylistic choices were based off of? I think they were based off of Devil May Cry, where they have these like really douchey looking guys that they kind of make them that way on purpose because it fits the hey, I'm fucking radical like that. It like fits that character, and I think they're trying to do that for Star-Lord.
Okay.
And I don't know. Who cares? Like, the character design is not my favorite, but what I actually thought was really dope, the game, it's not like Avengers. It's like a different type of game entirely from Avengers. It's a straight up like single player game. It's, you know what, it reminds me more of Final Fantasy VII than it does Avengers, because the reason why people were so mad at the Avengers game is that it had like pretty decent fighting. Like, the fighting was all right, but it was just a grindy. The gameplay loop was just a grind fest. It was literally just like it was just not fun. It was so boring. Like you just did the same levels over and over again to get drops, and you get your character to level up like a half a point or whatever, and you do the same shit all over again. This game is a legit single player action RPG where you control Star-Lord and the rest of your team are just like your party members. And you can like press left on the D-pad to activate Gamora's move, and they all fight with you at the same time. So if you've played Final Fantasy 15 or Final Fantasy 7, it actually plays more like Final Fantasy 15 than it does Final Fantasy 7.
Okay.
But that action RPG style where it's like it's a single player narrative adventure and you can level up your character, all that stuff, like all the RPG stuff, but the actual fighting is not turn-based. That's one of my favorite types of game. I don't want to play a turn-based RPG if it's not Pokemon. I'm done with that.
Yeah, me too. Or Earthbound. I play Earthbound.
Or Earthbound. But they're done making Earthbound games.
Right, because they're never going to make them again. Don't remind me. Hey, man, tomorrow could be... Hey, man.
Yeah. Hey, man. Yeah.
What's tomorrow? It's Nintendo and Bandai Namco, I think.
I think so, but I just don't want you to get your heart broken, bro. I just don't think it's going to happen.
It's already broken.
Unless they go, because the guy who made it has flat out said, I'm straight. I'm done. And so unless they pry it from him and have somebody else take the reins, which is not impossible,
hey, man.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I've died before. That's whack. All right, man, E3, man, y'all stay updated. I know Nintendo, and I think, like I said, Bandai doing some stuff tomorrow, so should be fire.
Boom.
Yeah, bro, other than that, Loki Episode 1.
Yeah.
Hey, man, if you guys are listening, we're going to treat Loki like we treat all the other shows that aren't Bad Batch. We tried, man. I fell off. I haven't watched Bad Batch since like the first 2 episodes.
It's kind of, hey, man. I know Edmund still watches, but
I'm gonna get back on it. I'm kind of cloned out, man. So.
I don't care about this stuff. Like, me and Edmund had a legit like long debate about this via Facebook Messenger, where he was like, hey, but like, you know, it's a lot of like, there's a lot of time. There's a big universe, a big galaxy we can explore. Cause I think so. Edmund, this motherfucker. He's really good at like arguing we had another argument about Loki, as a matter of fact, where I was just like, dog, like we're just arguing semantics. And he was like, bro, that's all we ever argue about. So in his defense, what I said was, I'm really tired of this time period. And his reaction was like, hey, like, there's all kind of stuff we can do between the years of the end of the rebellion and the beginning of the empire. There's a bunch of stuff. And I'm like, bro, that's fine. But like, we keep telling the same story about the same clones for like 20 years, since like 2005 or something. Right. We've been doing this Clone Wars stuff. We're still telling the same story about these same fucking clones. And I just don't give it, like, there's not 20 years worth of story there. Yeah. Now, if you want to do some, the things that I liked the most about the Clone Wars was the Mandalorian stuff and like the bounty hunter stuff that had nothing to do with the actual clones.
Yeah.
So if you want to do a Star Wars show that takes place during that time frame, but like focusing on literally anything else, I would be way more interested. But I'm just so tired of these fucking clones, dog. Get them out of here.
Cloned out. But yeah, man, back to Loki. If you guys have not seen Loki Episode 1, also sneaky kind of a dope day for the episodes to come out. They come out on Wednesday, right?
Yes.
So now, like, kind of gives you guys more time to watch this, and like it drops on Friday, and you only got 2 days to watch it, you know, or you got a couple days to watch it. I think middle of the week works. I think it's pretty cool.
Yep.
So. Yeah, man, we're about to talk about Episode 1 of Loki, so if you have not watched it, or fast forward, this is your spoiler warning. Episode 1, man, I thought it was pretty dope.
Me too. Very good. I didn't really know what to expect.
Me neither. I had no idea what to expect, actually.
And I don't know a ton about the Time Patrol.
No.
That's not, I did some research and I got some context, but that's not, and that's, you know, Cosmic Marvel is usually in my bag, but that's like not that's not like an adventure that I've really spent a lot of time with.
Yeah, I'm not very familiar with them, but anytime I hear Time, I'm thinking Kang the Conqueror. I loved how they did the little breakdown of the Nexus events and the other, the other universes, and when stuff happens, they have to kind of step in. I love the Infinity Stone bit where they had the ones that don't work because if they're from one universe, they don't work in the other one, but each universe has its own. Thought that was really dope.
A lot of people. That's a high level bit right there. A lot of people didn't get that. This is the reason, you motherfuckers.
Hey, well, actually,
and I'm sorry, bro. Y'all gotta respect the Phoenix. That's why I keep talking about her. That's why.
Yes,
That's why the Dark Phoenix of the. I'm sorry. The White Phoenix of the Crown will wipe the floor with Thanos. Is because she is multiversal, and Thanos only has with the Infinity Gauntlet would only have control
over the one universe. And being multi-universal means that you're a Nexus being, correct?
It means if you're a Nexus being, that means you're are
the same
throughout every universe.
So
yes.
Loki is not a Nexus being, right?
I don't know. In the comics, there's the only one that I know for sure is Scarlet Witch, but I know that there are more. Yeah. A lot of people thought that that meant that she was the Nexus being. That's not true. She is a Nexus being.
Nexus being, right?
Yeah. So Cable? Oh, that's not true because there's X-Man. Never mind. Go ahead.
So in this, they're kind of making it seem like he's going to be. First of all, I did enjoy this episode. I thought it was very good. I thought it had some cool Easter eggs in it. A lot of good educating on all of the multiversal stuff too. Which definitely, man, I really think you're right, bro, about the Secret Wars thing that you've been talking about for the last 2 years.
I hope. There are seeds.
They're definitely planting seeds for it.
Yeah.
So I mean, and when Loki is talking to the time patrol guy, he's basically like, you're gonna go around and kind of you're looking for you, right? Like you're looking for yourself now. So my thing, that's why I'm asking is Loki a Nexus being, or is he going to be going to different universes and stopping?
Good question. I don't know. I don't know.
If he is a Nexus being, he wouldn't be stopping himself, right? Because
yeah. So there, it's also But
I guess what I mean is, my bad. Go ahead. I guess what I mean is, are these going to be Lokis, but Lokis of different universes, meaning they're not like him? Like, could be a female Loki, could be. I
can almost guarantee the Lady Loki is going to be the main villain. Okay. I'm calling it right now. I can almost guarantee it.
Okay, so do you think the figure they showed at the end was a female?
Yes.
I do too. Now, here's my theory. Okay, if they do I do think it's a female. What about this? This is kind of a thought that I had. What if? Okay, say it is like a female version of Loki, right? But what if it's Princess Ravonna, who would be would be Kang's kind of love interest that he
and that's Time Kingdom.
Yeah, and what if it would be Princess Ravonna that would be the woman who is causing all the shenanigans?
No, you know why? You know why that's not true? Because she's already in it. The black woman who's the judge, that's that character.
Her name's Ravonna?
I'm pretty sure. During the research that I was doing, I'm pretty sure that's who that was.
Bro, I did not hear that name.
I don't think it was said, but I think like the casting revealed
that would be nuts. I did not hear that name at all.
Here, we can look it up right now. How do you spell that?
I want to say R. Princess Ravonna, like Ravonna, maybe. I don't know.
What? Oh, Ravonna. Okay. Yeah, it is her. It's this woman. Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yep. So
that's pretty interesting.
So there's no doubt that there's going to be references to Kang the Conqueror. I don't think we're going to see him in this, but there's no doubt they're going to reference him.
Well, this is
huge one. This is a reference, right?
That's crazy.
But no, man. I think that I agree though that's a woman and it's going to be Lady Loki.
Oh my goodness!
And they even they hinted at it with like the gender being like fluid, right? So like a there's a version of Loki in the multiverse that is female, right? That's like And you talked about the Nexus being, so the thing that I was never clear on about a Nexus being, and I guess it's really not that, I guess it's just a matter of perspective. It's kind of the same thing where like in a Nexus being, does that mean that there's only one of you throughout the entire multiverse, or does that mean that all of the yous in the multiverse are all in sync?
That's what I thought. I thought it meant that all the yous that are in the multiverse are in sync, right. And they're the same and have like almost the same like consciousness.
And so I agree. And so that in function, that really wouldn't be that different. It would. Those are kind of the same thing. Because in other words, like if it wouldn't work, like if you could only like you, okay, I think I just answered the question. We both answered the question. The Nexus being is the same across all multiverses.
Yeah.
So like, okay, I'm with it. There are a bunch of Nexus beings, and there are some that are I think like Selene, like the first mutant. I remember hearing something about that. A character like Phoenix or the Phoenix Force is not a Nexus being because they exist like outside of the like they are. It's like they can move. It's only one of them that has control over all of the multiverse.
Okay, yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Bro, sweaty. I love it.
Hey, well, actually,
it's just about to be fired. I feel like I will feel the same way about this show that I did about the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, which was like the first taste of like, hey, here's a cosmic marvel.
Yeah.
And I was really into that.
Yeah, I agree, man. I'm super down, super interested. I really enjoyed the first episode. Looking forward to the second one. Also, man, like I really do think you're onto something, bro. You know, I'm a figurehead. I'm an action figure guy, and I mean, Hasbro just dropped a sneaky drop like a Marvel Legends line of like some Secret Wars characters, man. Like they got God Doom figure just randomly came out.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying?
The all white Doom,
yeah, bro.
Let's go
out of nowhere. So, you know what I mean? Little hits here and there.
I do think Kang though is going to be the next mid boss. And see, me and Edmund got into an argument over the semantics of like. He was saying the way he brought it up was like, is he going to be the next multi-movie threat? And when you think of what the MCU was up until this point, the only multi-movie threat had been Thanos. So like I'm naturally going to compare the two. I don't think Kang is going to be as big a villain as Thanos. I think the only thing you can do that makes sense is God Doom.
Yeah.
Or some version of Doom where he's trying to seek all power. But the caveat that we found was, could they change the formula, and could Kang be a mid-boss that is present through more than one movie?
See, that's what I was thinking. I don't really see him being somebody who's like Ultron and kind of loses and just...
Because it would be weird to waste him on Ant-Man 3.
I think that, exactly.
Because that's the movie he's going to debut in.
It.
Yeah.
So I really think that Kane is going to be a mid-boss, but more of a overarching kind of mid-boss that doesn't just get,
Right. I agree. But that would require like a changing of the Marvel formula, because they only do like one movie at a time, or one boss at a time for each movie.
But it would be a cool change, man. So I'd be here for it to see it. Yeah, man, it's getting late. We're gonna move and jump around a little bit so we can. But man. So it's time for You Can Only Pick 3.
Let's go.
Let's get it. You can only pick 3. Kind of sticking with the E3 video game theme here.
Oh shit!
Let's see what we got.
I already seen my first keeper immediately.
We got some video game protagonists here. What's just happened?
It's computer.
I've been getting scared. Video game protagonists here.
Ooh, this is kind of harder than I thought.
I had to kind of tame my bias a little bit, man. I wanted to put so the requirement is that you have a series of games here. Okay, so couldn't put Jin Sakai on here. Wanted to put Aloy on here from Horizon Zero Dawn, but the other one's not out yet, so I didn't put her on here either.
That's a real sneaky, like, technically not out yet. Fuck you, goddammit.
So I had to really, but these are, just a random group of game characters who have their own series. protagonist.
Okay.
What are you looking at, sir?
All right. I thought this was going to be harder than it actually is. I think I see my keepers pretty clearly.
Okay.
So let's go through it. We got the legend of the hero of time, Link.
Let's go.
Right. Great character. That's not true. I was about to say I was slow to the Link party, but I was a fan of his since Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
And that was like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So
that sounds horrible.
Right. Yeah. So then we got Sonic, who is my first keeper, just off the strength of like that. This was like like Mario was the first game I played, but I think Sonic was the first game that I was like, yo, like this little hedgehog is just like quintessential 90s, bro. Just 90s radical, like fast fucking hedgehog with a fucking attitude.
Cool sneakers.
Right, with the kicks and the chili dogs.
Sweet soundtrack.
Man, with literally a Michael Jackson soundtrack, bro.
Yeah, man.
So definitely Sonic. I had a lot of memories with Sonic. Sonic 2, I probably put the
Brian.
Right. Bro, Sonic 2 for a long time was probably the game I put the most hours in. Because this was before you had like memory cards, you couldn't save shit.
Yeah, man.
So I would play that shit from start to, and I didn't really beat it until I got older. Because, I was a kid, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. But yeah, man, shout out to Sonic. Then we got Mega Man. We have specifically, this is X.
That's X.
No?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is X, a different character than Mega Man. A lot of cats don't know that, including me, barely. So the X game started with Super Nintendo, yeah?
Yep. Yes.
Sort of like a
Nintendo.
90s version, like an extreme version of Mega Man. It's a little older, a little bit more mature. Kind of even the world is like post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, it's a little darker.
Yeah, for sure. I won't lie, bro. I never got into the Mega Man games because they was too bloody fucking hard.
Yeah, man, super hard, man. Jeez.
So, but I watched a lot of my cousins used to play Mega Man a lot, and I used to like watching them play, but I didn't like to play it very much myself.
Like one of the worst things about Mega Man games is not being able to shoot up.
Yes,
and having to physically
jump and like slide
and, like, back to shoot something
and
that's
scale
on top
the
of
wall. It's like, man, fuck this. I don't want to do this, dog.
Very hard. Hard.
The back scale jump when you gotta like defy the laws of gravity.
I'm gonna have to post some. I have some videos when I used to play Mega Man Zero on Twitch, and it was like
I seen some of those.
It was nerve wracking.
Oh yeah, yes, for sure. Ridiculous. So then we got Snake. Let's go. Solid Snake. Let me actually zoom in a bit here. No, that's Solid Snake. I needed to make sure it wasn't Big Boss or Venom Snake. Hey, bro, it's so many different snakes, dog. But no, that's Solid Snake. One of the great video game characters of all time. Let's not fuck around. This is my second keeper. Like, you know what I'm saying? Metal Gear Solid is probably my second or third favorite game series ever, behind Mass Effect. And I would say Mass Effect, Metal Gear Solid, Shenmue, only because Shenmue 2 wasn't my favorite. I don't know. Whatever. But, and then Assassin's Creed. The point is, Metal Gear Solid is fucking fan. I just love the ridiculous, sweaty story. Just makes absolutely no sense, but also a ton of sense at the same time. Love it.
Right.
Also, bro, this nigga fucking Snake got so many hands, bro. This nigga got tech, dog.
He just got hands.
QV, what do they call it? CQC, close quarter combat. That nigga take you and dismantle your ass. That nigga take you and press the eject button on all of your limbs and just have you just fall apart. You like a rock'em sock'em robot. You just kind of like one body part at a time. And bro, and then there's like the boss of Metal Gear Solid 3, where you have to play against literally the boss, is Big Boss's teacher. She's a woman who invented QCQ. And if you let her get too close, bro, she'll literally break all your limbs. And like one of the game mechanics of Metal Gear Solid 3 was like healing yourself. And if you had a broken bone, you wouldn't properly heal. So you'd have to stop in the middle of fucking battle and put a splint on because she done broke your goddamn wrist. And and every time she run up on you, she fucking take your ass and jujitsu throw you across the level and break all your limbs.
Oh my
Love it. What a fucking great game, dog.
Sounds horrifying.
Then we got Master Chief from the Halo series.
One of the coolest looking.
Yeah, no, he was. And also, bro, Master Chief, sneaky like 8 feet tall. Did you know that?
No.
Bro, he's like sneaky like 7'8". Like, because one of the things in the Spartan program is they like biologically engineered these niggas to be like the same size as the Arbiters and like all these crazy aliens. So this nigga, Master Chief is a legit like Titan. Boban Marjanovic with a gun and power armor.
With a gun. Oh man.
All right, then we got Samus Aran, the legendary maybe one of the first video game female protagonists ever. In her own series, but she's a badass. I'm not a huge fan of Metroidvania games.
That's kind of. I didn't know that. I thought you'd be a big Metroid fan.
No, I mean I played them, but bro, Metroid has this gimmick. The old Metro, and I think every Metro game has the gimmick of like, hey, you just beat the level. Now you got to escape before it fucking explodes. And it's just like, bro, my anxiety is not right for that, bro. Like, everybody chill out.
So one time I was playing Mega Man Zero, and oh my goodness, it took me like months to beat this boss. Beat the boss. Celebrated too close to him. Nigga exploded.
No. Fucking
killed me.
That's trash, dog.
I beat it. He exploded next to me because I got happy. Oh, my bad. I enjoyed myself and died.
That's trash.
Bro. Oh, man. That's one of the worst moments I've ever had in
video games.
In video game history.
Yeah. No, I'm not, because you know the Metro games have a lot of that. They have some Mega Man to them, except you can't actually aim up and down when you shoot. But just the level design and like, hey, I gotta beat this fucking like lizard dragon monster.
And if it hits me 3 times, I'm dead.
And then after I do that, I have 15 seconds to go backwards through the entire level. The entire game and escape on my ship. Bro, fuck that. No, thank you. I'm all set. But the games are sweet, though. She's legendary. Shout out to Samus Aran. Then we got Kratos, the Mad Titan, or whatever. That's Thanos. What's his nickname is like the... But he's got some, like the angry fucking whatever. I don't know. He's got some nickname, the god of... Because he's not really the God of War. It's Ares, and he has to fight Ares in one of the God of War games. Never been a big God of War fan, to be perfectly honest. But
me either.
The God of War for PS4 was cold, though. That game was really sweet.
It was. I remember.
And I was like, oh, okay. I see what y'all saying. It was not. It's still not like my favorite game ever, but it was very good, and I understand the hype. But he's not going to be one of our keepers. Shout out to Kratos, though. He's a legendary character. Then we got Kirby. Now, look, man, if you want to talk about which of these niggas is the most powerful on this list,
Kirby eating everybody.
It's Kirby by a mile. And you know who would be sneaky second? Is probably Sonic.
Right.
Sonic got some ridiculous feats, bro.
Yeah, if Sonic runs full speed and punches you, you'll probably explode.
Yeah, you just into meat. Into fucking... Wait, what? We got to think of a new seasoning. We said to cumin. Hold on, bro. Punch that nigga into fresh ground garlic.
Chives.
That's a good one. Anytime we go back to that joke, we got to find a new spice.
Man, it's so hilarious.
But yeah, shout out to Kirby. Kirby's super dope, man. Don't let the looks fool you. He's a little cute teddy bear, but he's also like a star, isn't he? Isn't he's like some sort of like supernova or some shit like that, right? He's like scientifically, he's got like a universe or a galaxy inside of him or some crazy shit. So he is like a universal threat. Like this nigga is like the fucking Beyonder in terms of power. This nigga is not to be trifled with. Like, I'm telling y'all, bro, Kirby is a legit, like, Thor, Odinson level threat.
Do y'all remember, like, did you ever watch the Kirby cartoon?
Yes.
That show was actually
Yes,
really dope.
I do remember.
It was on around, I want to say, kind of the same time as, like, the Silver Surfer.
Bro,
because it had like similar animation where they would do like some little random CGI moments. And
I'm actually thinking there's another one. There's a newer Kirby cartoon, and it's like a full on anime. I mean, it's not like an anime. And no, it is. It's an anime, but it's not like a shonen.
Yeah. I've seen it.
It's like a Hamtaro type anime.
I've seen it. Yeah.
That's the one I thought you was talking about.
Yeah, it's dope, man. Shout out to Kirby.
Bro, and then there's Fox McCloud, man. Fox McCloud is going to make a push for my keeper. He's not going to make it, but he's going to make an argument.
Sneaky got amputated legs.
Bro, from the waist down. That shit's not it's canon. That's actually, it's a fact. Wow. All of the space animals have been amputated from the waist down because of like G-forces or something like that.
For aerodynamics.
Yeah. All them niggas got metal legs, and that shit's a canon fact.
Oh. No.
Shout out to Fox McCloud though. I haven't played a Star Fox game in a long time, but from what I understand, this nigga is like a straight up like superhero now. Like he don't even be in his plane. He just be fighting. He just be like scrapping and lasering people now. Isn't that right or what?
I haven't played. Last time I played a game with Fox, and it was sneaky, really dope game. Starlink, man.
Oh yeah.
That game was pretty cool, man. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, so Fox McCloud, not going to make my list, but you know who is the hero of time? Link.
Okay.
So that's my 3, man. Link, Sonic, Solid Snake.
I like it.
There we go.
I like it, man. This is dope. 3, let's go. Video game protagonist. Let's see. First, we got Link, man. Just an awesome character. I love how Link's character is like his look is reinvented so much.
Yeah.
I think my favorites, honestly, bro, I really love the grown up Link from Ocarina of Time, but also I'm telling you, man, y'all sleeping on Twilight Princess, bro. Like the Twilight Princess, like dark, edgy kind of looking Link is really, really dope, man. But yeah, Link, just a fire character. He's actually, Link's gonna be my first keeper. Boom. Then we got Sonic. Awesome. Game's awesome. Music awesome. Don't know yet if he's gonna be my keeper, but just 90s, quintessential 90s, sweet cartoons as well. Sonic's a sweet character. We got Mega Man. I can't pick Mega Man just because I'm such a Zero fan. And once the Zero game started coming out, like I never played another Mega Man game after that. So then we got Solid Snake, man. Metal Gear Solid 2 was the first one I played. I love Snake, such a dope character. Gets on my nerves in Smash though. But he
is a mad annoying.
We got hands, man. Then we got Master Chief. Like I said, not a big Halo guy, but I did play the first one, enjoyed it. I'm surprised there hasn't been a Halo film.
They've been trying to make one for years, but
very surprised. Then we got Samus, really dope character. I loved Metroid Prime on GameCube, man. This is one of my favorite GameCube games. Metroid also had a sneaky classic game on Game Boy Advance too that I had when I was younger. That game was really dope. Then we got Kratos. Not a big God of War guy. I'm just not a big God of War guy. But then we got my second keeper.
Let's go.
The killer infinite being.
Right. But God.
The God, Kirby. Not only one of my favorite Smash characters, but just one of my favorite video game characters in general. I'm actually a big Kirby fan. I've played a lot of the games. Nightmare and Dreamland is my favorite. Even Star Allies, the one for Switch, is actually really cool, man. I love Kirby, man. We got Street Fighter Ryu Kirby here. Yep. And then we got Star Fox. Oh, we got Star Fox. Star Fox is another really dope character. This is actually tougher than I thought. Star Fox is dope. I love Star Fox, love the games. This is going to come down to Fox and Sonic, man. And I think I'm going to go with Sonic. I'm going to go with Link, Kirby, and Sonic. But Star Fox gets a super heavy honorable mention, and then Snake would be my other one. So
Strong.
Oh, there we go, man.
All right.
All right, man. It's tier list time. It's tier list time.
We haven't done this one already?
We have not done this one.
Okay.
I was actually saving this until I had more of the games refreshed in my memory.
Gotcha.
But I'm ready now. Let's go. We got a tier list of all the main Pokemon games. There's no Mystery Dungeon stuff on here or Pokemon Coliseum. These are just the main Pokemon games. Let's go, man. Number one rule. Gotta protect that S tier.
At all times.
At all costs, protect that S tier. All right, man, let's go.
All right, it always takes me.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
This shit.
Pokemon games. What is the lowest tier, D? Yeah. I don't think any Pokemon game is an E tier game. So.
Yeah. All right.
Let's go.
I already know where this is going to go.
What's
for
that?
you.
Oros?
This is Alpha Sapphire.
So what we should do is we should just put the other, the other kind of.
Oh, wait, that's not the right one.
We should just put the other one. Look, man.
There it is.
I'm very partial to Gen 3 games. And I just think that the remake, I don't understand why more people. So I know that some people have like their gripe with Gen 3 is like they think there's too much water in the Hoenn region, and I don't really understand that. I don't understand how that could bother you. And then when you play the remakes, Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby, like. Bro, just being able to get on Latios and fly over the map, overworld on the map, and then you can go into the wormholes and catch all those legendaries. You can literally go to the Pokemon League with like a squad full of legendaries. Then the Mega Evolution gets added in this game, and then you also get to Mega Evolve Rayquaza, who was like the greatest. I think Mega Rayquaza is the strongest Pokemon ever.
She's up there for sure.
So. I think these are S-tier games, man. That's just me.
That's fine. I don't disagree.
What we got next?
We got Black.
So we got Black and White. And is that Black 2 or
that's
Black
Black
1?
2. I actually never played Black 2.
I did. Why don't we do Black? Can you find regular Black and White?
Yeah, it's right here.
Okay. Not my favorite group of starters. But I do think that Black and White have. I think they may have like one of the best stories, and also the fact that it's the first like, I guess, cohesive storyline with an actual sequel that you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That goes. I think I would go. The starters, man. This is like my least favorite.
Which I can't even remember the starters.
This is Oshawott and Oshawott, Tepig, and Snivy, I think. Least favorite starters though for me.
Sure, okay.
I would actually, I might get some hate for this. I would put these in C tier, dog.
Would you say for one and for both?
I would put them together. I would put them all together.
It's fine.
God dang it. I think Black 2 and White 2 are B tier. Let's put those in B tier. Because they, the newer one always fixes they always fix the things that were kind of going on with the other one. What we got next?
Interesting. We got Gen 1.
Okay, we got.
There's 3 Gen 1. There's actually 4 Gen 1 games.
Yeah, let's just put them all together. So we got the Gen 1 games. Nostalgic, yes, but the truth is, like, these games were pretty broken. Real glitchy. No, it was like how we always say when you play like old fighting games that were, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no physical and special attack split. Like Gyarados on here was a monster because they didn't have that. So I put these in.
Snorlax is the best Pokemon in the game.
Snorlax too. I think these are C tier.
This is blasphemous, bro. I can't do that.
Oh, you're not? Oh,
hell no. I can't put them. I would say. So here's what I was thinking.
Okay.
I think that Fire Red and Leaf Green are probably S tier.
Yeah,
because it corrects a lot of that stuff.
Corrects all the
but I wouldn't be able to put Gen 1 lower than B.
Let's go B tier
at the minimum.
All right, we'll go B tier.
And I
also Yellow kind of. Weren't you able to have a Pokemon follow you around on Yellow?
Only Pikachu.
Only Pikachu.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did like Pokemon Yellow a lot though. That was one of my favorites of the early games.
Go ahead.
I would definitely say though, because of the Gen 1 nostalgia, in addition to fixing a lot of shit, I would put
Fire Red and Leaf Green. Also, like, these are flawless remakes, man. I just was talking about them earlier. Gen 1 basically with the Gen 3 engine, everything is just better, makes it a better game. So for sure, Kanto also one of the best regions.
Pokemon Crystal. Okay, well, let's do all these at the same time.
Okay, so Gen 2, Soul Silver and Heart Gold are S tier.
Yeah, I was gonna save that, but
oh my bad.
No, it's all good. I mean, we're there.
Yeah, if we're doing this generation,
Gen 2 is my favorite generation, and
now let's keep in mind, like, since S tier is going to only be crowded because we're putting both the games from the.
I think we're understood
from the generation.
With that in mind, though, I would put Gen 2 and the original Gen 2 in A tier, though, because I think it's better than Gen 1. They started to fix some of the stuff, and also like this is like the most bang for your buck in terms of game content that you would get until like
seriously
until like
Gen. I mean,
to like Gen 5.
This is really when they started nailing that stuff, though. Like just being able to go back to Kanto, was like game changing. It's like it's a whole nother game after you beat the game, basically.
Yes, yeah, totally. So here, let's do this while we're at it. I would also put, for that reason, Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire also in A tier.
Oh yes, I would go A tier for those.
And Emerald.
I would actually put Emerald in S tier, bro. Battle Frontier.
Oh, these don't have Battle Frontier?
Battlefront. Well, the remakes do, but
no, I'm talking about just Ruby and Sapphire.
No, they don't. Ruby and Sapphire do not have Battle Frontier. Battle Frontier was an Emerald thing. And Battle Frontier is what really made you realize that you weren't good at Pokemon.
Yeah.
And so I would put Emerald in S tier. I mean, I'm also biased because it's my favorite.
I know it's your favorite. This is a tough one for me because I don't know that it's like I don't know that it's like definitively better than the other two games, especially
it is.
Well,
bro.
Okay, especially when we already have represented the evolved versions of them. I mean, on its face, like, yes, definitely this one is better than these two, but like, isn't it a little redundant?
I would put Emerald in S tier before I put Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby in S tier.
That's surprising.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree, bro. Like,
bro, I would have to because
how could you say that this game is better than these two,
bro? Because of what it brought to the Pokemon game in general. Like, this is the first time there was post game content that was just battling and teaching you how to battle the right way. Before Emerald came out, like, we were all playing Pokemon, like, literally not really knowing what we were doing, and we were just kind of playing the story, and then thinking that we were sweet because we had level 100 Pokemon. Like, you know, you could get through the game without really understanding type advantages and all that, or physical and special attack splits. When Battle Frontier came out on Emerald, like, that changed like everything.
I'm having a hard. It's hard for me to have all three of these Gen 3 games in S tier.
Like I said, man, I would if I had to pick, I would put Emerald up there.
Okay, this is a strange tier list, but I know this isn't one. This is your favorite. I wonder if we are like letting favorite bias overpower the fact that these two games are like. I just feel like these two games are just straight up better. Like they're just better.
I don't, bruh. Okay, so, I'm not doing a Pokemon list without putting Emerald in S tier.
Okay, all right, man. Whatever you say, we can live it at that. But we can't. I don't want to have all three of these. I just feel weird. Okay, never mind.
So why don't we do this? Here we go. Why don't we do this? I would put. I think that since Emerald is such an improvement, since Emerald is such an improvement on Ruby and Sapphire, which it is, I could put Ruby and Sapphire in B tier, the regular ones.
Okay.
And then we go the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire in A, and then Emerald in S tier.
All right, that's fine. Then we got Sun and Moon. These are to this day the only two games that I haven't played.
I think Sun and Moon are D tier, man. I think the starters are sweet, but just bro, the fact that I don't like the trials instead of the gym battles, and then Sun and Moon is like got some like a lot of talking, man, and you can't skip. It does, and it's unskippable. You can't skip the cutscenes. So, and Sun and Moon, surprisingly, with it being one of the newer ones, the post game content is like non-existent. Like, and that's. I mean, once they establish that kind of Gen 2, like, you kind of be wanting that, you know what I mean? And it's not there for Sun and Moon, so I'm not a fan.
Diamond and Pearl and Platinum. These are A-tier games, in my opinion.
Platinum might be.
Is this another...
I think Platinum is. I don't know if Diamond and Pearl are.
A-tier or S-tier?
I think Platinum is S-tier. I think Diamond and Pearl are A-tier.
There's something about splitting these genres. I think that's what's bothering me.
It's because the third one is like such an improvement on the second one. They always do. And then like, bro, Diamond and Pearl,
that hasn't always been the case. Like Pokemon Yellow was not, and Pokemon Crystal was not really much of an improvement on those games.
I mean, I think that's what I'm saying. I think it kind of starts with the Gen 3. Diamond and Pearl, bro, also were kind of glitchy too. Like they would.
That. I played these on the emulator. So
I played Diamond on the DS, and they were a little glitchy. Like, and then when Crystal came or Platinum came out, it kind of corrected all that stuff, and the game wouldn't, because the game would literally crash on the DS.
Yeah, that never happened. What I remember crashing was if you didn't have the right emulator set up, it would have it had like a anti-theft thing that would shut off pretty quickly if you didn't do the shit right.
AKA cops at your dorm room.
Niggas was broke. Just let us have the game. All right, that's fine. Then we got Ultra Sun and Moon. I
would put those in the same. I don't like. I mean, Ultra Beasts, all the crazy. Yeah.
So then we got X and Y.
I mean, I think X and Y gets kind of a bad. I think X and Y are sweet, man.
I like them.
Greninja, obviously my favorite Pokemon. Introduced the fairy types.
Yep.
I feel like there's some other good stuff on there too. There's Mega Evolution as well.
Yep. Dragon's Art is on there.
Yeah, man.
Charizilla. Omega or X.
Yeah, Charizilla.
Mega X Charizard.
Yep. Yeah, man. I think X and Y is sweet. I don't know why people don't like it. I think it's one of the easier ones. Maybe that's why. Like the difficulty. Yeah, the difficulty's not crazy. It's not like a crazy hard game. But I would.
They all started getting easy though after a while.
Yeah. I actually love XY, bro. I would honestly put it in A tier or B tier. I'd be willing to go B tier, but
I will put them in B tier.
And then we got last but not least,
because I think Pokemon X or Sword and Shield are more worthy of A tier.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Then X and Y, yes. You don't think so?
I thought the story on Sword and Shield sucked, but I do.
I don't even really, to be honest, I don't even consider the story.
You don't care.
When I think about these games,
I thought the story sucked, but I do. I think that the region is sweet. I think it's got some. I think with the expansion, it gives it a lot. It's even better. Then I do have to give it props for being the most easily competitive online battle
for sure
game. It's the easiest it's ever been to battle competitively is on this game. It's never been that easy before.
And also this game represents a lot of fundamental quality of life upgrades to Pokemon that should have happened a long time ago.
That. Yeah, we still got.
Yeah, fuck man. I honestly think that's never going to change.
You don't think they're ever going to just give us the actual Pokemon?
No, I just think because if they could have did it by now.
Yeah,
I just think they just are. I think they think that's a part of the culture, which I disagree with.
Yeah, and then Pikachu's the only one who actually
and Pikachu and Eevee are the only ones that do it. By the way, I put those both in D tier.
I didn't play either one of those, so I don't know.
It's Pokemon Go, essentially, with the Gen 1 story. So are we good with A tier here?
Yep.
Yeah, this is strong. We protected S tier.
We did. S tier has been protected. I like it, man.
It is good.
Boom.
That's the thing with tier lists, especially. I think with tier lists are always subjective, but even more so with a Pokemon game because so many of them have things that work. There's so many of them have different things on the menu that are going to appeal to different people.
Yeah, for sure. I know people who love Black and White. I know people who love Sun and Moon too. Sun and Moon's just not for me. Like I said, the lack of the post game content, and then there's a lot of talking, and you cannot skip it. It doesn't let you skip the cutscenes. So,
there it is.
So it really has no replay value because you don't really want to play it again. You know, most of the Pokemon games you play a couple times, so you can play with maybe you like 2 starters. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But Sun and Moon, bro, it's not even worth playing again because 1, there's no content at the end of the game, and 2, it's just it's long and you can't stop it.
Whatever. I'm done. I'm all set.
Yerp. All right, man. Boom. Episode 86. There's your Pokemon game.
I did the same thing again. Fucking hell.
No.
I just gotta remember to press OK. Whatever. Everybody said it was fine last time. So.
But yeah, man. I appreciate y'all listening. Episode 86 in the books. Hopefully we can start getting some more. We start the show start picking back up again, man, and we can get back on some normalcy.
Yeah, man. I'm ready. I'm ready to be off of the COVID train. This shit is just sort of getting boring.
Hey, me too, man. Thank y'all for listening. We'll catch y'all next week. Maverick Hunter's out now. Make sure you guys go get it. Heroes, you got 2 joints in there. Memory card, Clash of the Titans.
Check it.
Boom.
Welcome back, hero.
Strong.
My word is my sword, Hokage and Batosai, pulling the blades out of the forge, yo. Prior to my knowledge of the Force, was sticking Jedi, but through obtaining holocrons from both sides, I'm under gray skies. Everything that glitter ain't kyber crystal, my mind will lift you. In this time we shine together, disarm your pistol, yo. Welcome to the SwordCast, SwordCast. My wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, SwordCast. My wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, SwordCast. My wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, SwordCast. My wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash.